Hi, Monica.
Hi, Molly. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad that you have your safety awareness education kit with you, and we can get started on how to begin the safety lesson with your kids.
Great. I'm excited to have it all in front of me, and I can't wait to learn all about them.
Great. So, beginning this lesson, it can feel scary, right? But kids don't know. They're taught safety lessons all the time. So you can just first begin with them. What are safety rules they already know, right? And you can help them out with crossing the street, not touching sharp objects, being safe with others. We don't push people. Maybe we don't run in the hallways. All kinds of safety rules kids are learning all the time. So it's first and most important, start with that. What do they know? And then you can introduce the dolls, Go-Go and Moto. I see you have them in front of you.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm excited to use these great tools.
Yeah, so you can introduce the dolls,
Okay.
say, hey, why do you think they're wearing bathing suits? See what kind of answers you get. And you're like, yeah, we wear bathing suits to cover our private body parts. Get the giggles and laughs out. And then you can ask them, what is a safe touch? What are safe touches that they know? What are unsafe touches that you know? You're like, and I want Go-Go and Moto to help teach you about another safety rule when it comes to touching. No one touches your private body parts unless to keep you clean or healthy. Again, the dolls are reinforcing their private body parts, right? So no one touches your private body parts unless it's to keep you clean or healthy. And you can explore with them that. How do you keep your body clean? You wash your head, you scrub your neck, and your private body parts, you keep them clean, healthy. You might go to the doctor. Doctor might check in, see how things are going. You can have your adult with you. So ways so they understand how to keep their bodies clean and healthy. But if anyone wants to touch their private body parts and it's not to keep them clean and healthy, it is okay for them to say no and then get away and tell someone. And that's when you can bring up those laminated posters that you have in your kit.
Let's start with clean. Okay.
Yeah. Say no. Have the kids stand up. You can role play with them about how they can say no. Get their hands on their hips, and they could go a really tiny no. No. A big no. No. They can say no in their own language. Practice role playing. Have one kid come up, put them on the other side of the room and say, okay, it's a red light and I'm your best friend. Cross the street. And you're going to help them say no. Say no if anyone breaks the safety rule. And then get away. You've got that poster.
Okay.
There's little away. So this character is running. So you can have the kids stand up and run in place. Maybe you can do a safe place in your classroom where they can run around a little bit, get some energy out, have them come back to the carpet, and then tell someone. And you can go to the next poster. Telly. So I love to get the kids up again, get their hands by the mouth and say, tell someone. So with each poster, Monica, you have different role plays about how to say no, how do kids get away, who do they tell, how do they tell, and ask them, what are things you like to tell your safe adult? Maybe how their day was going, but maybe it could be scary to tell if someone breaks a safety rule with them but it's really important for them to understand that it's not their fault, Monica.
Okay.
If a trusted adult or if anyone breaks a safety rule with them, that it's not their fault. As you know, kids will start to think it's their fault and not want to tell because they might, I'm going to get in trouble. It was my fault. And you just kind of keep reinforcing that it's not their fault. If anyone touches their private body parts, it was not to keep them clean and safe. And it's not a secret they should keep. That is an unsafe secret. Now, also, you've got these little backpack buddies that come in your kit, and these are great. Something you could put on your, pocketbook or around the classroom, and it just reinforces these safety roles, right? And if you see a kid doing an unsafe touch, you could point to little Noe and say,
Yeah.
that's unsafe. We shouldn't do those types of touches in the classroom. But some kids, they love coloring, and they might feel more of an introvert, and they could just take some coloring sheets that come in your kit. And these coloring sheets, Monica, come in 19 different languages.
That's going to really help me since I work with English learners, and they love to see their own language on their work.
Monica, something I want you to look at in these color sheets. Oh, yeah, you have it right there. Perfect.
Right.
With all the circles. This is what we call your network of support, your safety circle activity. This is a great activity to do with your kids. Have them think about who is the trusted adult that they could go tell. And they can color in these little circles, either, or there we can write their names. So if someone breaks a safety rule, here they have the circle of trust of adults that they can talk to. And if this adult is asleep, they can go to the next adult. If this adult doesn't listen to them or believe them, they go to the next adult. And they keep on telling until someone listens to them and believes them. And you can explore with them. You know how adults get really busy. Maybe your parent's not listening to you. Maybe they don't believe you. Then find someone else, right? And you can explore with them. Maybe it's a teacher. Maybe it's a good neighbor. So you can really go through and help them find out who is in their safety circle that they can go tell.
I love this because it's front loading this information for the kids, just like we do for earthquake drills and fire drills, just getting them prepared in case something happens, and they'll just have that information already. They'll already know that they have this circle network of people, of safe adults, and I just think it's good to get that information to them before they need it. So I love this. I think that's going to be great.
And then at the end of your lesson, they each can get their own bookmarker. And here we've got our great little
I love these.
friends, right?
Yeah. I love that it says I can, because they can do all of these things. And if they practice, it'll even be easier. So I love this. I have that on my whiteboard every day. You can do it, and they can do it. And I think practicing with these tools will make it easier for sure.
And they'll probably love the little ruler on the back. I know, I love this. So cute. Monica, do you have any questions?
Well, I was thinking that, because I do work with English learners, and a lot of them we all have very diverse backgrounds, and some of them come from cultures that make it harder for them to say no to an adult or to someone else. And so, how would I address that with, a student like that? What would I do? What would I say?
It's a great question. First, I really want you to address how scary safety rules can be, especially this one, and the fear that can come up. And begin conquering that with role plays. Get them to practice. Get them to think about how they would say no in their own language. And if they're just, as more and more you do the role plays, it will start to resonate with them. And maybe it's just to get away. Maybe they can't find the words because it's scary, or the adults at home are scary, and they know in their home, in their culture, it's not okay to say no. But when they are ready, they can tell someone. And I always let kids know it's okay to tell whenever they can. So if they can't tell today, that's okay. If they can tell a trusted adult tomorrow, next week, next month, that is okay. When they're ready, tell someone. So it's just role playing, get them used to it, have them put their hands on their hips, say no, and keep talking about it with them. It isn't just a one-time conversation. It's finding those learning moments where you can empower them when they can say no when someone's breaking a safety rule with them. And I know a lot of educators and parents, they're scared. They're like, how do I even approach this subject? Like I said, start off easy, just talking about safety rules. Use the dolls, the posters, the backpack buddies, the coloring sheets to make it just fun and just know that their body belongs to them. No one touches their private body parts unless it's to keep them clean and healthy. You just have fun with it, Monica.
I mean, I think it's going to be easier with these tools and the posters and the dolls and
Mhm.
having them around the classroom and looking, as you said, for those teachable moments like, oh, hey guys, remember, no, that's not a safe touch. Or look at the poster, that's not a safe touch. And just have it be part of our routine, our daily routine at school. And just keep that in the conversation in a natural way,
Yeah,
natural, fun,
natural fun.
easily accessible way
Yeah,
for them to understand. So these
that's
are great, great tools. I'm excited to get them going in my classroom.
great. All right, Monica, thank you so much for taking the time to really explore how to begin this lesson with your kids in
Okay,
school.
well, thank you for teaching me about this great kit, and I'm really excited about it.